Hi all together. Now we start finally also the next point concerning how we support you in PV systems. This is in this case Stefan and myself, we are going to present you all the new features that go together with K2 Base and the new user interface. We start the presentation in the first step having a look on the parts that we considered to make it easy, the planning, and to really make things faster and simpler and easier to really handle it in the daily business of an installer. So the presentation would be an important fact to start in that part and to handle this as easy as possible for the customers.
Sure. Maybe you can show the presentation. Thank you.
Thanks. So the K2 Base is a well-known solution that is already for a long time available, and we know the situation that we have in daily business. The customers are facing, the installers are facing a lot of inquiries every day from different customers and clients that want to have a PV installation. This rising demand goes together also, of course, with missing information to do the project planning and to finalize the project planning. And all the different information flow is running through a lot of different communication channels. In this really challenging situation, additionally, we have the customer expectation and this expectation is that they want to have the offers as fast as possible, as soon as possible available. And of course, the planning and the installation itself should be, of course, accordingly to each other and not with huge changes. So this affects, of course, highly the daily business life of the installer. And because as an installer, I have to have all the projects in an overview. I have to get everything done in time for the customer when they expect to have it. And I have to react fast and easy to changes that are coming up. And this leads to a very challenging situation because I have on the one side to handle how I do the project planning, how I do the project management, and on the other side, how I follow up all the offers to the queries. And with the new user interface, we have now the possibility to categorize the different projects and prioritize the projects. So by this, I can enable the planning to be much easier and faster done, as well as I can add availability factors, or I can link projects to installation teams so that I can easily manage the projects itself. Following up the offers which were made is also easily possible with the new tech functionality that we have in the user interface. So now let's have a close look at this, which will Stefan do in detail.
Perfect. Thank you, Willem.
Thanks.
So that's the first glimpse that you can get of the new user interface. Experienced users will quickly notice there's a lot of new stuff going on. So what we see here is our dashboard. And as Willem just explained, you guys face a lot of different things that you need to tackle, to handle in your everyday business. And we thought of, let's make it as easy as possible for you guys to work. So we know that usually you start out with projects that are in planning, means the ones on the left in the in planning phase, the column. Then we have the ones in the middle, that's projects that are planned, finished, but they might still be you're still waiting for feedback from customers whether they want to buy or not, right? And there's also projects that are realized. They're usually done. So you don't have to look at them that much in detail in the end. And what we thought of is making it as easy as possible to access that. To give you a quick overview, and now we'll just dive in a little bit deeper in the new user interface. Of course, as always, you first have to log in. What's new is the menu that you see here. You can quickly and easily open it and close it with the burger button on the top. We have the news section on the left side, which we'll show quite quickly in a second. Also news on the right-hand page, quick information of what's going on, like SOCO, new webinars coming up, new base updates.
So everything on the dashboard available.
Everything on the dashboard available.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed that yet, we also have the functionality of WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger chatbot, K2
That's a cool
Sherpa.
one.
And if you hit any questions, any facebacks, any problems during planning phase and whenever, you can just quickly get into that, write it, and our chatbot will answer 24/7.
Yeah. So what we can see here is, of course, the project overview again in the dashboard, and also how I can see the whole list. So it's easy to have the total overview, also the limited view, last projects view.
And of course, our new and adopted project list, we call them My Projects now. All the study that you just saw, like in progress, planned, realized, etc., you can quickly filter. And in combination with the text that we just saw, this is a very powerful tool because you can adjust it to the way that you work, right?
That's pretty cool because, and there the filter function and the project management, project organization and prioritization is very easy to handle by this. Yeah,
that's why we also added a new possible way of quickly looking at the project details before opening them. So it's quite easy to handle a lot of large projects now. Cool. If your list is quite long, you can add tags here as well as in the project.
Nice.
So, quite neat way to do that. What we want to do now is have a closer look of how the planning process itself changed.
That would be nice to see what different changes we have.
Let's dive into that. As always, you can of course enter coordinates via the address itself or geo coordinates, whatever you have, whatever your customer gave you. You have to input the project details like project name, customer details. What is new is what you see here. It's a planned installation date. And that one is quite interesting in combination with the dashboard because with the planned installation date, you can also categorize your projects and see what you have to plan first.
That's cool. Yeah, that's really impressive.
Yeah. We also added a lot of new small stuff that you will notice during the planning phase, but that will make your life easier. Like you can easily access the roof drawing page now. It's faster to input the roof name in case there is any. If you have a larger project with a lot of different roofs, it's always a good idea to naming them.
Yeah.
Then we have, of course, the input of the project details. Like before, nothing new here. What you also probably already noticed is the new part in the middle, which is basically, we thought of, okay, we have a lot of different buttons everywhere, kind of. And we thought, let's make it easier for guys to navigate. So we took all of them and just put them in the middle.
So all the functions are at one point independently in which status of the menu or project I am currently working. Yeah.
So as I said, just a lot of small stuff, but in the end, this will add up and make your life easier.
Also the remarks, if I know it correctly, right from Roof Check app, if I already gathered some remarks, they will
also be able to see them here.
Cool.
Exactly. In case you don't know what any button here does, you can just quickly hover over them. You will get an information. Or just press it and see what it does.
Yeah, see what happens.
Exactly. The same functionality, of course, goes for the design part, where you input the module and the system that you want to plan. We still have access to a very, very large database of modules, making quite fast and comfortable planning because you don't have to look up the module details in the end, right? So let's plan a single array structure really quick here.
Also with the star, that functionality that shows which is the most common solution in that country.
This is really cool, It basically shows new customers what is the most common, as you said, in their country. So it makes it easier for them to navigate and plan.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
And the same here as well. All functions easily accessible in the middle.
Yeah. So I like also this having always the same approach, also with the connection, jumping through the different steps with the menu on top and the back and continue button on the bottom side.
True. People really like that one. So, of course, you also can input some thermal gaps in case you want to have maintenance walkways in between.
Yeah.
Or take it back. Quite fast and easy. So fast is one aspect that I also want to stress.
Nice point.
Of course, we not only improved the user interface, we had a lot of background work done. Means we got rid of a lot of things that slowed Base down, with the idea of making it way faster than before.
Yeah. Also here on the result page, of course, we see the structural approval of the system and features like adding cable management and other stuff. That's super helpful. Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And what is also new on the summary page, you see the status here as well. So it's quite easy if you go into old projects, you quickly see is the status, is everything okay or not. We have links to our web page where you can fast and easily access the assembly instructions in case you want to have, in case you have questions there, or the product sheets. You can of course edit the bill of material. You can have a look at different articles with the article images in case you're not that familiar with one of the pieces.
Yeah.
And of course, we also improved the report function and the K2 Plus function with a cool new addition that we just saw.
Archelios Pro, that seems to be a nice yield calculation tool, right? Yeah,
definitely. That's a cool one. And what we just did is basically we clicked on sending project to app. Means the project will automatically get the status of being done with the calculation, so you don't have to do that. And as before, the project will be sent to the RoofCheck app. Means you can use it during the installation, have a look at the PDFs, etc. Plus, that's a cool new thing that we have.
Plus, it will be also available in our new K2 Docu app.
Yes.
So the Docu app gets directly to the other important topic which comes to the fact of the PV installation, to have a complete documentation of it. It's a very important documentation is very important for the customer, and on the other side, very time-consuming for the installer to prepare. So what you see here is that in the Docu app, I can directly synchronize with the same account I have in the RoofCheck app and K2 Base all the project data. Everything that I already gathered in K2 Base, like is already available. I can add additionally customer details if there are some still missing. Then I can also put in the installation date. I can also put in the start of operation date. And I can combine this with a picture of the complete installation, so that I have a total overview of this installation, of this new and project which is done. Additionally, I can of course have a closer look as well to the calculation report out of K2 Base, for instance. So you see everything which is already done in Base is available, as well as the statistical report, which you can see here. I can also add the module data sheet, and of course the same way how we do it with the module data sheet, it works similar with the inverter data sheet, so that also this documentation really goes around the whole PV system. The string planning is also available and can be easily added like with a PDF file or a JPEG file. Yeah, and what else can I do? I, of course, have at the end of the day, there is the customer that has to finally approve the whole installation, and with the whole documentation I can get through with the customer through all steps, and then he can directly sign on the touch screen of the smartphone. And with the signature he confirms that the installation is according to the planning and to the expectations, and automatically with the signature and the confirmation, the email with the documentation will be sent out to the customer. So based on this, everything is done immediately.
Nice. So that means basically no overtime during documentation. Cool.
Yeah, and the customer has everything directly, super fast and easy available. So that's already everything that we can present you right now. Thank you for your patience as well, because we struggled a little bit in the beginning, technical-wise, with the streaming. So all the best also for the upcoming streams.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.